Are you looking to get away from the daily grind and have a little me time to relax and unwind? Then join me on Norwegian Cruise Lines' aptly named Norwegian Getaway. Hi, I'm Tiffany from Destination for Vacation. Thanks for joining me. Families and foodies will find plenty of options to keep busy and please their palates on a voyage with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Their fleet of 19 ships provides a lot of versatility in meeting just about every passenger's needs. Whether you're seeking a quieter, smaller ship with destinations at ports around the world that today's bigger ships just can't visit, or you want to be right in the middle of the action on a mega-sized ship that's loaded up with resort-style activities and world-class entertainment options, Norwegian's got you covered. Knowing the class of ship that you're thinking about sailing on with Norwegian provides some insight as to how many amenities you can expect to experience on board. Ships in one class were all constructed using the same basic design and were built about the same time, with only minimal changes. The Norwegian Getaway is in the breakaway class, which is currently the second largest class of ships in Norwegian's fleet. That means you can rest assured that there will be plenty to see and do on board. There are two ships in the breakaway class, the Norwegian Breakaway and the Norwegian Getaway. Their names were selected through a public contest that was held in 2011 in the United States and Canada in cooperation with the newspaper USA Today. Norwegian Getaway's name was submitted by Dennis Holtman of Virginia. As the lucky winner, he received a free cruise for two in a balcony stateroom and was flown in to join the inaugural festivities and christening ceremony. The Norwegian Getaway had a bit of an unusual start. After leaving its shipyard in Germany and making its maiden transatlantic voyage to New York, it docked at the New York passenger ship terminal. There, it was chartered and temporarily christened as the Bud Light Hotel, where it provided lodging for nearly 4,000 guests during Super Bowl 48 weekend. From relabeling pillows to shampoo bottles with the Bud Light moniker, Anheuser-Busch pulled out all the stops, essentially creating a floating shrine to its best-selling beer. With concerts by the Foo Fighters, Imagine Dragons, and the Zac Brown Band, the Bud Light Hotel hosted some of the biggest parties that weekend, which were, of course, invitation only. While consumers couldn't book lodging at the Bud Light Hotel directly, they could participate in promotions to win a spot. After that big weekend, it was on to Miami, which would serve as the ship's home base. The Getaway was formally christened on February 7, 2014, with the Miami Dolphins cheerleaders serving as godmothers. The next day, the ship departed on her maiden voyage, providing passengers with a well-deserved break from reality as they enjoyed the picturesque Caribbean islands. Just 2 years later, the Getaway was once again chartered as a floating hotel for over a month during the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. She was used to provide housing for corporate sponsors as well as members of the International Olympic Federation. While the ship was originally intended to primarily sail out of Miami and focus mostly on Caribbean itineraries, today she sails to a variety of destinations, including Bermuda, Canada, and the Greek Isles. While she was completely refurbished in 2020, you'll still see some small touches on board that celebrate her Miami hometown. The Getaway features 18 decks in total, with decks 1 through 4 designated exclusively for crew access. This vessel has the capacity to accommodate 3,903 guests and 1,646 crew members. With over 5,500 people on board, it can feel a bit congested at times, particularly during holidays and peak travel periods. So if crowds aren't your thing, avoid any holiday sailings or unique itineraries on this ship. For this video, we'll embark on a deck-by-deck tour to explore all the features on board this impressive ship. We'll begin at the bottom and work our way up to the top. On Deck 5, you'll find the ship's medical center, but the rest of the deck is primarily dedicated to inside and Oceanview cabins. Inside cabins provide excellent value for guests who'd prefer to spend more time enjoying the ship's common areas rather than staying in their rooms. These cabins are often priced several $100s less than Oceanview or balcony options. The Getaway's inside cabins range in size from 129 to 201 square feet and come equipped with 2 lower twin beds that can be combined to create a queen bed. Some rooms also offer 2 single beds that pull down from the ceiling, so they can accommodate up to 4 guests. Additionally, each room features a small vanity and closet. The bathroom includes a single sink, shower, and toilet. Oceanview cabins, depending on their category, can accommodate up to 5 people. Like the inside cabins, they have 2 lower beds that can be converted into a queen bed, and some also have single beds that pull down from the ceiling for extra guests. The family Oceanview cabins include a sofa that converts to a bed, providing more sleeping space, as well as a larger bathroom with a bathtub shower combination. Note that the Deck 5 cabins are directly below restaurants and common areas, so guests in these rooms might experience increased noise during certain times of the day. Traveling solo? Norwegian has a cabin designed especially for you, with exclusive lounge access. Passengers looking for accommodations for one can book a solo studio, which features a full-size bed, a one-way window to the outside corridor, TV, and a sink, shower, and bathroom, all located within a compact 97 square foot area. For those solo travelers wanting a little bit more wiggle space, there's the option of an inside cabin, which features a queen-size bed and the same amenities as other inside staterooms. These cabins, ranging in size from 129 to 201 square feet, are priced exclusively for solo travelers. You also have the option to book a solo Oceanview cabin, which comes with a round window and a queen-size bed. Each of these 3 types of solo cabins come with exclusive access to the private studio lounge, located on decks 10 and 11, which offers a place to socialize with fellow solo travelers while enjoying a dedicated bar, snack area, and free coffee and cappuccino drinks. The Getaway also offers a variety of options for those of you who prefer a more spacious cabin or the luxury of stepping out onto your own private balcony. Balcony cabins feature floor-to-ceiling glass doors that lead out onto a private balcony area. These cabins range in size from 204 to 366 square feet, not including the balcony itself. Inside, you'll find 2 lower beds that can be converted into a queen-size bed, as well as a sofa bed that can accommodate an additional 1 to 2 guests. Each cabin also includes 2 nightstands, a TV, a closet, and an extended vanity area with cabinet storage. The balconies on the Getaway vary in size from a modest 32 square feet to a generous 133 square feet. So it's essential to check your cabin's balcony square footage before finalizing your booking. Balcony cabins are available on decks 8 through 14, giving you several choices to savor the ocean views. The mini suites on board the Getaway are known as the Club Balcony Suite cabins. These suites are conveniently located mid-ship or as aft cabins at the back of the ship, providing sweeping views of the ocean. Club balcony suites can accommodate between 2 to 4 passengers, with cabin sizes ranging from 236 to 310 square feet, and balconies expanding up to 282 square feet. For our Getaway cruise, we chose a club balcony suite located mid-ship. The suite featured a comfortable queen-size bed with 4 pillows and a duvet. There were small nightstands on either side of the bed, offering a bit of space for our books and devices. The cabin sofa converted into a bed, but since Norwegian has discontinued nightly steward service, know that those traveling with a 3rd passenger in the cabin will have to give up the sofa and be stuck with the bed configuration for the duration of the cruise. Our cabin also included a pull-down bed, so the room could accommodate a 4th passenger. The closet was well designed, with one side dedicated to hanging clothes and storing 1 or 2 suitcases, while the other side featured shelves and a mini safe. Extra storage could be found under the vanity alongside a mini fridge stocked with bottled water available for purchase, at about $6 a bottle. In terms of decor, the cabin's color scheme featured shades of blue, brown, white, and beige. We found it a bit bland and unremarkable, but certainly not unpleasant. Our balcony was on the smaller side, but still fit 2 chairs and a small side table. One of the highlights of Norwegian's club suites is typically the bathrooms, and our experience on the Getaway was no exception. The bathroom felt spacious, featuring dual sinks, ample storage for toiletries, and a large walk-in shower with multiple water nozzles, adding a touch of luxury. Both the water pressure and temperature were excellent. With a convenient flip of a switch located just outside the bathroom door, you can easily notify your cabin steward whether you're ready for your room to be serviced for the day, or if you prefer not to be disturbed. The room's thermostat is also located in this area. We found that our cabin consistently maintained a comfortable temperature throughout our cruise. The club balcony suites located on decks 9 through 14 come with a few extra perks as well, such as one free bag of laundry service during the cruise, as well as an occasional sweet treat delivered to your room. Regardless of your cabin selection, you'll see some fish swimming on the outside hallway carpet just outside your door. This clever little design touch lets passengers know if they're heading towards the bow or the stern of the ship. The fish are always positioned to swim upstream. In other words, they're swimming towards the bow or the front of the ship. So if you lose your sense of direction, the fish can school you on which way to go. Or you can simply look at the cabin numbers. If they increase, you're heading towards the back of the ship, the stern. If they decrease, then you're joining the fish and heading towards the front of the ship, the bow. Billed as the ultimate cruise experience, Norwegian offers the Haven for those looking for the most luxurious and spacious accommodations on board. The Haven is the name for the suites and villas complex that offers a cruise within a cruise concept, with its own pool, lounge, and restaurant. Located on the top decks of the ship, the Haven's elegant interiors and personalized butler service are designed to provide a more upscale and private cruising experience, so you can get away from the crowds and enjoy a little serenity. Cabins are centered around a 2-story courtyard area that features a pool, a private sauna, sun deck, and 2 jacuzzis. Passengers staying in one of the 5 types of Haven penthouses will enjoy a larger cabin, ranging in size from 309 square feet all the way up to 824 square feet. With king-size beds and bathrooms featuring a separate shower and tub, there are plenty of Haven penthouse cabin types to choose from. The Haven 2-bedroom family villa with balcony is a good choice for larger families, as it can accommodate up to 6 people. But for those of you with deep pockets craving even more space, the ultimate is the Haven Deluxe Owner Suite with large balcony. At 932 square feet, this suite offers nearly 4 times the space as a typical balcony cabin. And with 204 square feet of balcony space at the bow of the ship, you'll have plenty of room to sit back and savor the spectacular views. The Haven penthouses, villas, and suites are all located on decks 14 through 16. Now that you have an idea of the Getaway's accommodations, let's take a look at the ship's dining and entertainment areas. Located near the bow of the ship is a unique venue that I've never seen on another ship before, the Illusionarium. Devoted to magic and illusion performances, it's designed to transport you into a world where the impossible becomes possible. The Illusionarium includes a 30-foot-high video dome in the middle of the performance area, making it a fully immersive experience. During the day, it hosts an escape room experience, which I was excited to attend. But while it was a great idea, we found it didn't quite live up to the promise of its concept. It could have been due to having too many people placed in each group, as well as some other issues with how the organizers ran it. I'm a big fan of unique experiences at sea, so I'm hoping Norwegian keeps this concept and just works to iron out some of the wrinkles. I would definitely give it another try the next time I'm on the Getaway. As you stroll towards the atrium, you'll reach the ship's small library/game/waiting room on the starboard side of the ship. I have to say, I got a little spoiled with the fabulous library on Holland America's New Amsterdam, which we sailed on about 4 months before taking this cruise on the Getaway. If you haven't seen that library, watch Destination for Vacation's video tour of the New Amsterdam, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There's just no comparison. I've linked that video in the notes below. With that said, this library did offer a decent number of books to check out, and I think the staff did what they could to organize them, given the limited space they have to work with. But the lock cabinets were a bit of a turnoff, and since this room also doubles as a game room, it can get a little noisy at times, so you're not going to linger there with your book. Unlike some other ship libraries I've seen, the books were in good condition, and I would imagine that most people could find a book or two to cozy up with, so it definitely serves its purpose. As you continue down this hallway, take a moment or two to look at the pictures and read the displays, and you'll learn a little bit more about the Port of Miami and Norwegian Cruise Lines history. This is also where you'll see some pictures of the Getaway's construction in Germany. 2 small meeting rooms are just a few steps away, and the ship's professional photography studio, Perspectives, finishes out the hallway before you exit into the first of the ship's 2 atriums. The atrium is a hub of activity, pretty much any time of the day. This is an extremely busy area because it hosts dance classes, crew demonstrations, and lectures. It's also right across from the guest services and shore excursions desks. Open to the floor above, the atrium has a 2-story screen. This allows you to see the action no matter where you're seated. While seating is provided, if it's a popular activity, it's going to be standing room only, so get there early. It's not unusual to see people hanging out at Ocean's Bar on the 7th floor above and singing and laughing along with the crowd down below. Of course, having a full-service Starbucks in that same area means that this is a very popular place in the mornings. You can purchase pretty much any of the drinks and bakery goods that you may enjoy at your Starbucks back home, but in the past, you couldn't use your drink package to pay for it. However, if you're like me and you prefer coffee drinks to high-end liquor, you're in luck. Because as of the date of this recording, Norwegian offers the unlimited Starbucks package, which includes all of their made-to-order drinks at a cost of $15.54 a day, which includes gratuities. So Frappuccino and pumpkin spice latte lovers, rejoice. Just know that you'll have to order at least 3 drinks a day, otherwise you're going to lose money on this package. And it's only available for adult passengers at this time. Also, food and pre-packaged beverages are not included. Next to Starbucks, you'll find the Atrium Bar, a popular place to grab a cocktail and watch passengers learn how to do the salsa on the Atrium stage. Across the way is another very popular spot, the guest services and shore excursion desks. Like most cruise lines, Norwegian offers guests the convenience of using their app to check on cabin charges, book excursions, and make reservations. But this area still gets busy, particularly on the first and last days of the cruise. Continue walking towards the midship and you'll reach 678 Ocean Place, which is the ship's stunning second atrium that spans 3 floors midship, Deck 6, Deck 7, Deck 8, thus 678 Ocean Place. This is the ship's entertainment hub with lounges, bars, restaurants, and shops. Each floor offering something a little different to explore. Dominated by a brilliantly lit chandelier with never-ending changing color patterns, as well as sleek, curvy glass stairways, this area feels open, airy, and energetic. Here you'll find the Headliners Comedy Club, where you can share some laughs while enjoying your favorite cocktail. This lounge features performances from the Levity Entertainment Group, which employs over 300 comedians nationwide. 12 comedy shows are offered every week, and there's no cover charge. This is also where you'll find Howl at the Moon, which Norwegian bills as the world's greatest rock and roll dueling piano show. This high-energy ensemble invites guests to sing along to an impressive array of songs, from classic hits to contemporary favorites, all performed on grand pianos. The interactive and lively atmosphere encourages audience participation, making for a memorable night filled with laughter, music, and fun. Across the way are 2 excellent restaurants, Le Bistro and Teppanyaki. Le Bistro offers Norwegian's take on contemporary French cuisine and is only open most days for dinner. As a specialty restaurant, you'll pay extra to dine here unless you have the free at sea dining package. We've eaten at Le Bistro on 3 of Norwegian's ships and have found the food to be consistently prepared and beautifully presented. If you don't have a dining package supplement, you can choose to pay a la carte, but just know it's going to set you back about $100 per person if you choose an appetizer, entree, and dessert. Some passengers feel like Le Bistro's portion sizes are a bit on the smaller side, especially at that price point. But the quality generally makes up for this, and you won't leave hungry. The filet tends to be outstanding. Service is slow and unrushed, and the restaurant offers indoor and atrium seating. Just note that Le Bistro does enforce a dress code if you choose to sit inside the restaurant. If you prefer to dress a little more casually, you'll be seated in the atrium area. Directly across the bistro is Teppanyaki, Norwegian's Japanese-style hibachi restaurant. If you've ever been to a Benihana's, you'll know what to expect here. Plenty of slicing, dicing, flipping, and tossing, accompanied by corny jokes and showmanship. Your personal chef will keep you entertained throughout your food's preparation. We book teppanyaki on pretty much every cruise we take with Norwegian because it's one of our favorite restaurants at sea. You'll start with steamed edamame, miso soup, and salad with ginger dressing. Then you'll decide on your main protein: steak, chicken, shrimp, scallops, calamari, tofu, all served with garlic fried rice and diced vegetables, and dessert, which is a choice between green tea cake or fruit sashimi. We found that the food here typically beats out most of the hibachi restaurants we've been to on land, including Benihana's. But we have experienced some inconsistencies with their shrimp and scallops, even during the same voyage. On one longer cruise we previously took with Norwegian, we had huge, succulent scallops and shrimp, probably the best I've ever had in my life. They were so memorable we decided to make a repeat visit later on in the cruise. Unfortunately, that experience was a big letdown, with the shrimp and scallops half the size of the previous dinner. The scallops were gritty and the shrimp tasted a bit fishy, but the rest of the meal was just as good as it had previously been. Basically, I've learned through subsequent visits that you just never know what you're going to get with their shrimp and scallops. It seems to be more of a supplier issue than a food prep issue, but the taste and quality of everything else there has always been on point. Currently, it costs $59 to dine at Teppanyaki, plus a 20% gratuity, unless you have the free at sea dining package. Kids eat free if they order off of the ship's kids menu. Upon exiting the restaurant and turning left towards the back of the ship, you'll come across Mick's Bar. This is a convenient spot to grab a cocktail before or after dinner, and it's located in between the ship's two complimentary dining rooms, Taste and Savor. Located across one another, these restaurants share the same kitchen but are designed as two spaces to provide a more intimate dining experience. The menu is exactly the same across all of the Getaway's complimentary dining rooms, so it's really just a matter of making a selection based on the ambience you like best, the wait time to be seated, and your satisfaction with the level of service provided in that dining room. Located in an alcove on Deck 6, you'll also find all the unique plaques the Norwegian Getaway has been gifted when visiting a port in various countries for the first time. I always find these to be very interesting to look at on whichever ship I'm sailing on. The plaques usually list the date of the ship's first arrival to that port. Some can be very ornate and detailed. This area also has some pictures of the ship's construction, as well as a full-scale model of the ship that kids will enjoy looking at. Making your way up to the 7th floor towards the bow of the ship, you'll find the box office and the main theater. The Getaway's theater is, quite frankly, pretty unremarkable compared to the theaters of some other cruise ships. When there's not a performance going on, it kind of gives the vibes of a 1990s convention hall. During the day, it hosts popular games and activities like bingo. On show nights, it's the place to be. The theater offers full-scale productions of Tony Award-winning musicals. Here, you might enjoy the $1 Million Quartet, which showcases a twist of fate that brought Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Elvis Presley together for an iconic jam session. Passengers on board our cruise who saw it loved it. As you leave the main theater, you'll enter Ocean's Neighborhood Bar and Grill. Food at this venue is complimentary and includes favorites like chicken wings, burgers, fish and chips, and daily specials like prime rib. It's lively at all times of the day, but particularly at night. Surrounding the ship's open atrium on 3 sides, it's a popular place to hang out to watch the games, performances, and contests on the floor below. Here, you can also test your luck with some popular games, or perhaps engage in a little friendly competitive game of air hockey or bowling. There are plenty of TVs around, so you won't miss out on seeing the big game. A few steps away from Ocean's, and you can roll the dice in the ship's casino, which is on the mid-deck of 678 Ocean Place. With plenty of slot machines and table games to choose from, this is a popular place to hang out on days at sea. Shanghai's Noodle Bar borders the casino. As its name suggests, this dining venue features a variety of Asian, noodle-based, and wok-fried dishes, all complimentary. Open for dinner with only occasional lunch seatings on sea days, lines can get pretty long to dine here because the restaurant only has a seating capacity of 49 people, so it's best to arrive at least a half hour before you want to eat. Across from Shanghai's is Bar 21. A few steps away, walk through a lit tunnel and the glowing walls and bar that illuminates to the beats of pumping music will let you know that you're now in the Bliss Ultra Lounge. This is the place for adults to step out and show off your fancy moves, or just dance your cares away. Located at the stern of the ship, you'll find the Manhattan Dining Room, which up until June of 2024 was named the Tropicana Dining Room. This is the third complimentary main dining room open for passengers, and it's the most popular one because it has a bit of a supper club feel to it. With a large dance floor that's open to the deck above, you can enjoy live music and dancing with your dinner on certain nights of the sailing. During our most recent trip on the Getaway, we happened to get lucky. We were eating dinner at Cagney's, which is located on the 8th deck, and were seated next to the windows that look down at the Manhattan Dining Room's dance floor. The performers from Burn the Floor, a high-energy Broadway show that combines ballroom and Latin dance, were performing that night in the dining room. So we had a great view of the action. Very impressive. May I pause now just for a few seconds with a request? If you've enjoyed watching this video so far, then I'd be very grateful if you would consider subscribing to Destination for Vacations channel. As a newer channel, it really helps to increase visibility for each new video posted, and it lets me know if I'm on the right track. You can simply click on the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Thanks for your consideration. Now, let's get back to the Getaway. As you make your way up the stairs from the Manhattan to the 8th deck, you'll enter the Waterfront district, which offers a quarter-mile promenade with outdoor seating space for the deck's various bars and eateries. Here, you'll find two more of the Getaway's specialty dining restaurants, Cagney Steakhouse, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher the pronunciation here, so forgive me, Moderno Churrascaria, which is Norwegian's take on the Brazilian steakhouse. Both offer indoor seating as well as outdoor seating on the waterfront promenade. Cagney Steakhouse is a sophisticated restaurant that combines a chic, contemporary ambiance with a classic American steakhouse vibe, making it a perfect choice for special occasions or a romantic dinner at sea. As you enter Cagney's, you'll be greeted by a warm and inviting atmosphere featuring rich wood accents, elegant lighting, and comfortable seating that sets the stage for a highly enjoyable meal. The restaurant boasts a menu that highlights the finest hand-cut steaks, sourcing USDA prime beef for an unrivaled flavor and tenderness. Signature offerings include the mouth-watering bone-in ribeye, perfectly grilled to your liking, and my favorite, the filet mignon, renowned for its buttery texture. In addition to the premium cuts of meat, Cagney's also presents a variety of seafood options, such as sea bass and succulent lobster tail, ensuring that there's something to please every palate. Of course, no meal at Cagney's is complete without indulging in their desserts. Treat yourself to their sinful 7-layer chocolate cake. Or maybe you have your eye on their caramel butterscotch cheesecake. You can always wear your stretchy pants tomorrow. Just ensure to make advance reservations, preferably prior to your sailing, so you can get a seat at Cagney's, as this is one of the most popular specialty dining venues on board. I typically make all of my specialty dining reservations the first day they open up for the sailing, which is usually about 90 days from the date of departure. Even that far out, depending on the sailing, it's sometimes tough to get our first choice for reservations at Cagney's. So you don't want to wait until you're on board the ship on popular sailings, because by that point, you may not be able to secure a reservation. The Prime Meridian bar is located between Cagney Steakhouse and Moderno. It's a convenient spot to grab something before or after dinner. I'm not much of a drinker, but I have been known to enjoy an old-fashioned now and then on a cruise. Prior to the pandemic, I had ordered one from the specialty drink menu on the Prime Meridian bar on the Norwegian Bliss, and oh my, it was the best version of an old-fashioned I'd ever had. It had the Luxardo cherries, of course, but there were more nuances to that drink that just blended perfectly together that no other bar has been able to replicate since. So I was eager to return to the Prime Meridian on the Getaway and enjoy another one. Sadly, that particular old-fashioned was nowhere to be found on their specialized menu, and the bar only served a typical old-fashioned, which, while fine, just couldn't compare. So, if you found a drink that you really like on Norwegian, I'm open to suggestions. For something a little different, walk past the Prime Meridian bar and experience a vibrant taste of Brazil, or at least an Americanized version of it, at Moderno Churrascaria. Who doesn't love seared meat on a skewer? This Brazilian steakhouse offers a unique dining experience that celebrates the art of churrasco, where a variety of succulent meats are grilled to perfection and served tableside by skilled passadores. Moderno offers a warm and inviting atmosphere, featuring rich, earthy tones, elegant decor, and an open layout. The centerpiece of the restaurant is its impressive salad bar, brimming with an endless array of fresh salads, traditional Brazilian sides, and gourmet cheeses, all artfully presented to complement your meal. A must-try appetizer, and one of my favorite parts of the meal, is the pão de queijo, those delightful, warm little bread balls that are crispy on the outside and soft and chewy on the inside, with a deliciously cheesy flavor. These perfectly set the stage for the savory feast that awaits. The highlight of Moderno is, of course, the extensive selection of meats. From flavorful picanha, made from top sirloin, and juicy bacon-wrapped filet mignon, to tender lamb chops and spicy sausages, each cut is seasoned and grilled. The pasadores roam the dining room with skewers of freshly grilled meats, expertly carving portions tableside that are cooked to your desired doneness. With the unique green and red card system, you control the flow of meat to your table, signaling when you'd like to sample more or take a bit of a break. For those who crave something sweet, Moderno also offers a selection of traditional Brazilian desserts, from a version of a caramel flan to chocolate truffles. But we pretty much stick to the pineapple that's coated in cinnamon, roasted on a skewer and brought out along with the meat. It does get a little embarrassing to call the pasadores back for your 5th serving of pineapple, but trust me, it's worth the shame. As you stroll midship, you'll encounter some of the Getaway stores which sell fashion from White House Black Market and Chico's, as well as fine jewelry and watches, duty-free liquor, fragrances, and various souvenirs. Sadly, in 2023, Norwegian shifted to cabin service only once per day, so those cute little towel animals you used to find on your bed when returning to your cabin at night are a thing of the past, unless you booked a suite in the Haven. But those animals are still hanging around the ship, just, of course, at an additional cost. Converted into picture frames, these cute little guys will help you remember those special moments on your cruise. You'll find them in the photo gallery, which also sells photo packages, wall art, and 3D photo crystals. As you enter the top deck of 678 Ocean Place, you'll encounter the Raw Bar, which serves a menu of oysters, shellfish, ceviche, crudo, and small plates, along with wines by the glass for something light before a dinner show. Right beside it is Ocean Blue, the Getaway's premier seafood restaurant. This specialty dining venue showcases an elegant coastal atmosphere, where modern design meets the allure of the ocean. Guests are treated to a menu that captures the freshest flavors at sea. Seasonal specials often highlight local catches. For those who appreciate land-based delights, the menu also offers meat dishes and vegetarian options that complement the ocean-centric focus. With its artful sushi creations and attentive service, Wasabi is a great destination for sushi enthusiasts, promising a culinary escape that captures the essence of traditional Japanese flavors. Located just next door to Ocean Blue, guests can savor classic sushi favorites like the California roll and spicy tuna roll, or venture into more unique creations that showcase bold and inventive flavor combinations. Wasabi and the Raw Bar are both excluded from the free at sea dining package, so you'll pay a la carte at these two venues. Perhaps you're more in the mood to head on over to the tropics and enjoy some rum-based drinks at Sugarcane Mojito Bar, a lively and vibrant venue that celebrates the refreshing essence of one of the Caribbean's favorite cocktails. Guests can enjoy an extensive selection of mojitos, with traditional recipes featuring fresh mint, zesty lime, and premium rum, alongside innovative twists that incorporate exotic fruit-infused flavors like mango and passion fruit. Or step into the enchanting world of the Sky Vodka Bar, an Arctic-inspired experience like no other. Also located at 678 Ocean Place, This frozen chamber is crafted to resemble the famed ice hotels of Scandinavia, offering guests an unforgettable frosty atmosphere where the bar, seating, and even the glasses are made entirely of ice. Maintained at a crisp 17 degrees Fahrenheit, the Sky Vodka Bar invites you to don colorful parkas and gloves that are provided to you during check-in to help you stay warm and comfortable as you savor a small selection of drinks made from premium Sky Vodka. At the time of this recording, passengers will pay a cover charge of $18 per person, but this does include 2 drinks. The bar menu is limited. It offers just 3 alcoholic drink choices and 1 non-alcoholic drink. Because this bar is sponsored by Sky Vodka, all of the alcoholic drinks are made with it, so if you're not a vodka fan, this may not be the best bar for you. On the other hand, you may want to go just for the rare experience of visiting an ice bar. While 3 of Norwegian's ships have ice bars, the Getaway, Breakaway, and Epic, no other cruise line has them. And they're not all that common on land, so you might as well take advantage of the opportunity and snap up a few pictures to commemorate your visit while you sit on a throne of ice as the colored lights dance around you. At the Humidor Cigar Lounge, cigar aficionados can indulge in a carefully curated selection of premium cigars from around the world. With plush seating, rich wood finishes, and a warm, inviting atmosphere, whether you're an experienced connoisseur or new to the world of cigars, the Humidor Cigar Lounge offers a unique and indulgent experience. Just next door is the Sunset Bar, the perfect spot to unwind and enjoy breathtaking ocean views from the outside deck. This inviting bar offers a relaxed atmosphere where guests can sip on refreshing cocktails while soaking in the vibrant colors of the sunset over the sea. Or choose the indoor bar, which offers comfortable seating and is the perfect place to enjoy a pre-dinner drink or a relaxing gathering with friends. If you're looking for something a little more lively, then step into the eclectic atmosphere of Sid Norman's Poorhouse, a vibrant bar and live music venue. With its gritty brick walls, you'll feel like you're in one of LA's legendary rock clubs. Join others in belting the night away with the rock and roll classics you love by some of the greatest music legends. You'll enjoy the talented musicians and tribute bands that keep the energy high with classic rock hits and familiar favorites. The last specialty dining restaurant in the Norwegian Getaway, La Cucina, offers both indoor seating as well as outdoor seating on the waterfront. Here, guests can indulge in authentic Italian cuisine in a charming Tuscan-inspired setting. With its warm, inviting atmosphere and rustic decor, La Cucina offers a dining experience intended to transport guests straight to Italy. The menu features a selection of classic Italian dishes made with fresh ingredients. Guests can savor handcrafted pastas, flavorful pizzas, as well as meat and seafood options. Decks 9 through 11 are dedicated to passenger cabins. For guests with kids, you'll probably find yourself mid-ship on Deck 12 pretty much every day. Welcome to Splash Academy, one of the best youth programs at sea, where adventure and creativity await young cruisers aged 3 to 12. Designed to provide a safe and engaging environment, Splash Academy offers a host of imaginative activities that cater to kids of all ages, allowing them to explore, play, and make lasting friendships while at sea. Unlike some other cruise lines that talk the talk with their kids' programming but don't really walk the walk, we've always found Norwegian Splash Academy hard to beat. The program features a variety of themed activities, including arts and crafts, interactive games, and fun-filled sports that promote teamwork and creativity. From exciting treasure hunts to engaging science experiments, each session is tailored to spark curiosity and joy. Kids are grouped by age to ensure age-appropriate experiences, making sure that everyone can participate and have fun. With trained counselors leading the activities, parents can relax and enjoy their own time. Each night has a dedicated theme, so your kid might return as a pirate one night and a circus performer the next. With its high-energy activities, theme parties, and special events, kids love to go. In fact, the hardest part of your cruise may be getting your kids to leave. Decks 13 and 14 are also reserved for passenger cabins. During the day, Deck 15 may be the most popular deck on board the ship. With 5 multi-story water slides, 2 swimming pools, and 4 hot tubs, the Aqua Park is the place to be. If you're a daredevil, take the plunge on one of the fastest water slides at sea, the free fall. After a terrifying vertical drop, you'll rush through the tubes at 4G speeds. If sheer tear isn't quite your thing, then race to see who can finish first on the whip, two side-by-side twister slides that all ages can enjoy. Or, if you're not quite feeling the need for speed, try out the more leisurely family slide as you enjoy the beautiful ocean views. After working up an appetite, it's time to head on over to the ever-popular Garden Cafe, which is the ship's complimentary buffet serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Norwegian Cruise Lines consistently has great food, and this extends to their buffet. It offers similar stations as to what you'll find on most cruise lines, such as meat carving station, comfort foods, Asian foods, pizza, and a made-to-order pasta station. But for me, there are three standouts on this buffet, and I found them to be consistent fleet-wide. The first is their Indian food station. It has a small selection of dishes, but they're usually well prepared, and Norwegian's Indian fried bread, paratha, is consistently the best I've had anywhere, at sea or on land. At night, the buffet closes one side down because demand just isn't as high as it is during lunch. But unbeknownst to some passengers, there is one station that remains open on that side, and it prepares made-to-order crepes that you can fill with any combination of Nutella, fruit, caramel, whipped cream. The sky is the limit. Yum! My third favorite thing on the buffet? They offer rum raisin ice cream on select days. I know it's not for everyone, but it's much better than the version of the brand that will go unnamed in the stores. There's nothing wrong with 8 scoops of ice cream after a salad, is there? If so, don't tell me. Exit the Garden Cafe and you'll pass by the pool complex designed to provide guests with a perfect blend of relaxation and recreation. Here you'll find the main pool, 4 hot tubs, and a large sun deck, ideal for soaking up the sun and enjoying the ocean views. The kids' Aqua Park is the perfect place for small children to cool off. The playful water features provide little ones fun in the sun and the opportunity to splash around while they make some new friends. As you walk towards the bow of the ship, you'll soon reach the Pulse Fitness Center, where you could work off that rum raisin ice cream, or if you're like me, you'll keep your head down and continue walking past the barbershop and salon until you reach the Mandara Spa. Nowadays, pretty much every cruise line offers some type of spa on board, and some even offer a thermal spa to relax in before or after your booked spa services. But I'm here to tell you, nothing beats Norwegian's thermal spa facilities. Imagine heaven just on the front of a cruise ship. Anyone booking a spa service has access that day to the thermal spa. But many passengers don't realize that you can also book a thermal spa pass for the duration of your cruise, which allows unlimited access to it at any time without booking a separate spa service. Norwegian's thermal spas provide a tranquil escape designed to promote relaxation and rejuvenation. Surrender to the relaxing comfort of your own personal heated mosaic tile lounger and stare out the glass windows in a state of bliss at the mesmerizing ocean vista in front of you. Then, walk a few steps over to the warm, jetted hydrotherapy pool and enjoy the heavy cascading waterfall as it removes the weight of the world from your shoulders. After that, step into not one, but 2 different types of sauna rooms and let that dry heat work its magic. Next, it's time for the serene oasis of the salt room. This unique space is adorned with walls of natural salt, creating a calming atmosphere that enhances guests' overall wellness experience. As you enter the salt room, the air is infused with fine salt particles, which can help purify the respiratory system and improve skin conditions, providing a soothing effect for body and mind. Next stop, the steam room, where you'll be enveloped in a warm, humid environment that helps cleanse the skin, relax muscles, and open airways. The soothing steam, combined with essential oils, creates yet another serene space for you to unwind and let go of stress. The Norwegian Getaway's thermal spa truly lives up to the promise of transporting you to a state of blissful tranquility as you embark on your wellness journey at sea. Now that you feel more like yourself again, it's time to explore the 16th deck and add a little spice to your night. During the day, this deck is for sun lovers, as this is where you'll find plenty of loungers on the sun deck for those who want to return to work with some evidence that they were on a vacation. If you want a bit more to eat, the complimentary American Diner is just steps away. You may see a number of teens grabbing a quick bite to eat here before heading off to the Entourage Lounge, a stylish hangout specifically designed for teens aged 13 to 17. Featuring comfortable seating areas and equipped with a range of engaging activities such as organized games, arts and crafts, and themed parties. The lounge provides a hub for teens to connect and socialize. Just a short distance away is the video games arcade. Guests can immerse themselves in both classic and contemporary video games, compete with friends in multiplayer challenges, or just show off their skills. Continue walking towards the back of the ship and you'll encounter Spice H2O, a vibrant, adults-only venue that offers a perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. Designed as a picturesque, tropical retreat, this area features a refreshing pool surrounded by comfortable loungers and private cabanas, making it an ideal spot for sunbathing and unwinding. By day, guests can lounge around and admire the views of the ship's wake. But in the evenings, the temperature is dialed up, with Spice H2O transforming into an exciting outdoor dance club with themed parties and live music. The bar serves an array of cocktails and snacks, ensuring that guests can sip and savor as they dance the night away. Craving an adrenaline rush? Then walk up another flight of stairs to Deck 17, which hosts the action-packed sports complex and ropes course. The Breakaway class ships were the first cruise ships to ever have ropes courses, and they are not for the faint of heart. Spanning multiple levels, this exciting course features a variety of rope elements, including bridges, swings, and zip lines that cater to adventurers of all skill levels. Suspended high above the deck, participants can navigate their way through the course while enjoying breathtaking views of the ocean and ship. Whether you're an adrenaline junkie looking for a rush or someone seeking a new challenge, the ropes course promises an unforgettable experience that adds an adventurous edge to your cruise. Also located in this area is a full-size basketball court. While some advertising still shows the ship as having a rock climbing wall and a mini-putt course, these features were removed from the sports complex, so now this complex is pretty much solely a basketball court. But it still provides guests with a fun way to sweat it out, challenge friends, and make new connections. Towards the ship's bow, guests staying in the haven have their own private sun deck with cabanas. The 17th deck also hosts the Vibe Beach Club, an exclusive adults-only oasis offering guests in all cabins the opportunity to lay back and chill out on padded loungers and shaded cabanas, all while enjoying attentive service. The club provides a peaceful atmosphere to escape the crowds and indulge in a little bit of luxury, perfect for reading, chatting with friends, or simply enjoying the stunning surroundings. At an additional cost, of course. Deck 18 is one more small sun deck. Staying connected while on your cruise just became a lot easier with Norwegian's recent upgrade to SpaceX's Starlink. This satellite service offers improved internet capacity, faster speed, and greater reliability on board. So whether you're perusing TikTok, streaming YouTube, or just staying current with your emails, you can rest assured that you won't have to experience device withdrawal while on the high seas. So, is the Norwegian Getaway the right choice for you? Well, if you like a mega resort type experience that keeps you busy and you don't mind crowds, this is a great choice. There's plenty of options to suit a wide range of interests, so it's pretty hard to be bored on this ship. In fact, depending on how much time you'll spend off the ship at port, you may not even be able to get to experience all the amenities on board. If you're not a fan of a high-energy cruise environment and prefer a ship with fewer people, this may not be the best ship for you during holidays or some of the more popular sailings. But if you do, your best bet is to book a cabin in the Haven class, where you'll have dedicated dining, pool, and deck spaces that are more sedate, while still having access to some of the features that make Norwegian a great line to sail on, like their thermal spa and specialty dining restaurants. Keep in mind that the Getaway is grouped in Norwegian's second largest class of ships, so at any given time, she can have 5,500 people on board. So if you're not a people person, you may be better off choosing one of Norwegian's smaller ships that share some of the amenities that you really like here. If you're traveling with family, this ship will be right up your alley. With its aqua park, ropes course, and top-notch Splash Academy Kids Club programming, children of all ages will have plenty to experience on board this ship. And because Norwegian has a family-friendly reputation, there are typically a lot of kids sailing, which makes it easier for your child to find a friend to engage with throughout the cruise. This gives parents some much-needed me time, making it a win-win for everyone. If you're a foodie, then Norwegian Cruise Lines is a great choice, and the Getaway will have plenty of options to tempt your palate. With a variety of specialty dining venues from Japanese to French to good old-fashioned steakhouse, you'll be pleased with the food served on board the Getaway. And you don't have to pay extra to get good food. The quality of the food in the main dining rooms and buffet is top-notch. However, if you're seeking an all-inclusive cruise ship so you don't have to worry about budgeting for extra charges, the Norwegian Getaway may not be your best choice. All cruise lines were hit hard by the pandemic shutdown, and they're working their way out of mounds of debt. So more and more cruise lines are charging for some of the little extras that used to come standard with the purchase of your cruise cabin. If you don't know about these charges ahead of time, you may leave your sailing with a sour taste in your mouth from feeling nickel and dimed at every turn. Is having a wide selection of live entertainment options important to you? Then I think you'll be happy with what the Getaway has to offer. Their main theater productions are well designed and usually a big hit with passengers, as are the comedians and musicians in their lounges. During the day, there are plenty of games and competitions that are designed to be inclusive for all ages. So, given all this, would I book another cruise on the Getaway? Absolutely. Yes, I felt nickel and dime throughout the entire cruise, but it does seem like they're just following the national trend where customers pay more just to receive less. Norwegian's dining venues and fabulous thermal spa are such a high point in their cruising experience that they kind of lessen the sting of some of those extra charges, at least in my opinion. Service was always solid, every member of the family always found activities they wanted to do, and the kids' club programming just can't be beat. So it checks off the boxes on my family's list. Thanks for joining me today. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been so encouraging to watch this little channel's subscriber numbers grow. I can't wait to make new videos, and you're the reason for it. Thank you for your support. I hope you can join me again soon. Until then, here's hoping that your next adventure is just around the corner.